Natasha,
Debbie,
show.
the show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way.
Hello, welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show. If you've not seen our channel before, we love looking at different places around the world.
Absolutely.
We've mainly been in the United Kingdom and then into Australia. And now...
On here.
True, on YouTube.
So far, just here.
So now we are going to take a look into Norway. Can't wait to get to know Norway. That doesn't mean that we're going to abandon our Australian friends and family that we've met.
Or our UK friends.
Or anyone else.
No.
Hopefully you are going to come along with us on this journey around the world, that we are going to take a little stop in Norway. We're going to do a couple episodes, see how it goes, and hopefully do a couple more.
Yeah, and we're not going to ditch Australia on Wednesdays, like I'm sure some people are thinking. No, Australia, we love you. We love our Aussie friends so much. You've been so kind and gracious. We're not leaving you. But we like to find good content that's quality that we can learn from and stuff too. And we don't want to like just repeat the same stuff other people are doing. So we will be coming back to Australia from time to time. I'm really excited about this because I don't know anything about Norway. Nothing. Like, ashamedly and embarrassingly. But we're really excited that hopefully we get to learn about Norway. If you're from Norway, if it's your first time watching our show, please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So we want to learn. And today's video is called Top 25 Places to Visit in Norway. Now, we do a lot of visits on the channel here as far as different countries, videos, and things like that.
We do, and we know that no video covers every place to visit or everything to see.
Especially when they do the whole top 25, top 10.
And this is probably not even close to the top places to visit in Norway. So please, in the comments, leave us some ideas that you might want us to take a look at.
Yeah, or other places that he would leave off his list, because it's just one guy's opinion, and that's fine. But it gives us a taste test. Finally, a way to bite into your country. That's weird. I'm sorry. And if you
didn't mean to bite you, sorry.
We are weird. So if you like weird, hi, we're the channel for you. But I hope that you guys will join us on this little journey. We hope it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And we'd love to have you guys join us over on our other social media. We have a Facebook channel and we have Patreon. And those links are in the descriptions of all of our videos.
And of course, you can always subscribe to our channel.
That's true.
And join our family here.
So I can't wait. I don't think I've ever even seen Norway. I'm so excited to watch this video and finally get to like dive into this, because we've really been wanting to do this for a while.
I've always heard how beautiful it is, so I can't wait.
I can't wait either. So without any further ado, let's stop waiting. Let's just do it.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and I recently returned from exploring the
Norway?
beautiful country of Norway, and I want to share with you my favorite.
What? I'm pausing that quickly because that's what happens here on the Natasha and Debbie show. I just lost my mind.
That is absolutely gorgeous. I just want to float down the river.
I think my jaw is going to stay open for a minute.
Places. So here's my Norway top 25.
Holy crap. I want to live there.
Right?
Norway has to be one of my all-time favorite countries. From the jaw-dropping fjords of western Norway, the sea mountains of Lofoten, Norway offers some of the world's most unique landscapes. I mean, I just can't get enough of this country. Now let's start this video off at Geiranger. Now located about a 6-hour drive from Oslo, Geiranger is one of Norway's most popular destinations. The fjord is over 260 meters deep and surrounded by massive mountains. Now
what is a fjord? So many people have said this to us on Facebook. They're like, you need to check out the fjords. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And I didn't want them to tell me but I'm assuming it's something to do with water. But what is a fjord? And also, this is stupid pretty. And I say that a lot. Sorry.
Yes. It's just absolutely stunning. I'm lost for words.
I know. And we love Ryan. He does some great videos, but he has a mispronunciation issue sometimes. So let us know if he's pronouncing right. But I can say right now, I'm never probably going to be able to pronounce anything Norwegian. So more power to him. But what's a fjord? Sorry.
fjord is over 260 meters deep and surrounded by massive mountains. Now, one of the most spectacular features of the fjord is the Seven Sisters waterfall. It consists of 7 separate streams that descend 410 meters to the water below. The best way to see the fjord is by boat. Some people arrive by cruise ship, but you can also take a ferry or tour boat to show you around. This is by far the best way to witness the waterfalls and majesty of the fjord. Now, the main reason I wanted to go to Geiranger Fjord was to visit Skagafla. It's this historic farm built on a cliff 270 meters above the fjord.
Holy crap.
You can only access the hike by taking a ferry over. It cost about $50 per person, and the ride had some amazing views. Now, when we got off the boat, the hike was no joke. It just goes straight up the mountain where you get some amazing views on your way up. When you reach the farm, you'll feel like you're in a fairy tale. The cabins are covered in moss-covered roofs.
That's beautiful.
And the views you get up there are just astounding. I'm just jealous of whoever owns those cabins.
Me too.
Right?
Farmers used to live here all the way back in the Middle Ages, and it was inhabited until the early 1900s. Back when it was a farm, it could support over 100 animals. Now, due to its location, it was a somewhat dangerous spot due to avalanches and rock slides, and also the remoteness of it made it a tricky place for agriculture, but the farmers made it work. Today, it's easily one of Norway's most beautiful hikes and one of my favorite places I visited during my time in Norway. Now, afterwards, we're going to take a drive on the Geiranger
reminds me of
Vegen.
Scotland,
If you're
kind of.
driving south out of Geiranger Fjord, you have to take this road. It's this mountain pass with so many amazing spots. Now, one of the first places I came across was a set of mountain cabins right next to some waterfall. It looked like it could be a movie set for a fantasy film. Now, as you keep driving up the road, you'll come across this unique landscape with exposed rock and hardly any vegetation. The road just winds through the scenery, and it's such a beautiful drive. I love the lakes that were up there. One was called Juvatnet, and it had this dark blue color with an impressive mountain backdrop. And then down the road was Langvatnet, which had some towering mountain walls.
That doesn't even look
and on the drive, there's
world.
just so many cool lookout spots. One of the most impressive is the Geiranger Skywalk. It's the highest.
Sorry, I just need to stop for a second and take this in.
This is a lot of
this
beauty.
is just amazingly gorgeous. Everywhere you look is just jaw-dropping. I mean, what can you say? It's just...
I didn't expect this.
Wow.
I didn't expect this at all. I don't know what I expected, but not this.
I know, all the mountains, the lakes.
This is... I don't... There's no adjective for this that I have for you. Wow, Norway. You're freaking gorgeous.
Exactly.
Fjord view in Norway, and it costs about $25 to access. Now, after it, we're going to head to Stryn. Now, it's about an hour and a half drive from Geiranger. We stayed here several days, and it's this beautiful village with this serpentine river that winds through the valley.
Wow.
What's great about Stryn is that it's close to so many places. One of my favorites is Luvatnet. It's located just 20 minutes from Stryn, and it's this glacier lake with a distinct...
Good job.
I have an obsession with glacier lakes here in America. I think those are my favorite bodies of water. Like, I don't care about beaches. Give me a glacier lake, like Lake Tahoe, for example.
Yeah.
In the mountains with the beauty. That clear water, that blue water. Oh my Lord, I'm in love. Norway, I did not know.
Yeah.
I did not know. And I am so thankful that we're writing this wrong, of me not knowing, of us not knowing.
Exactly.
Did you guys know in the comments, any of our other friends watching that are not from Norway? Let us know. If you did, yeah, you probably did. Woo!
Turquoise water and has an incredible backdrop of the mountains. Now, when we were there, we drove to the other side of the lake to this place called Ludalen. Now, there was this insane waterfall called Ramnefjellfossen that was easily one of my favorites that I saw in my time in Norway. Now, while Luvatnet is stunningly beautiful, the lake has had its fair share of tragedies over the last few centuries from landslides. Now, right next to that waterfall I was talking about, in 1905, a massive rock from the Ramnefjell mountain came loose and fell 500 meters where it hit the water, and it caused a tidal wave that wiped out some villages completely off the map. Despite this history, Luvatnet is a place you gotta visit. It's hard to match the beauty of this Norwegian lake. Now, right next to Luvatnet is another glacier lake called Oldevatnet.
Oh, come on.
I thought this area was incredibly beautiful. I love driving around the lake's edge. Now, if you go to the very end, there's some impressive glaciers and waterfalls. There was this waterfall called Vollefossen that I thought was so impressive, and you can also hike to this glacier called Brikstelbreen. It's about a 5-kilometer round-trip hike, and on the way you'll experience waterfalls and incredible views of the Briksdals Glacier. Now afterwards we're going to visit this mountain called Ekinniba. Now it's located about an hour's drive from Stryn, and it's this perfectly shaped mountain peak. It kind of reminded me of the Matterhorn. We went to this lake at the base of the mountain called Bergheimsvatnet. I just had a great time chilling on the shore and marveling at the mountain. If it's not too windy, the lake gives off a perfect reflection of the peak. I mean, just such a lovely spot. Now afterwards, we're going to visit Romsdalen. Now when I got to Norway this summer, this was the first place I went. It's about a 5-hour drive to get there from Oslo. And it's this phenomenal valley surrounded by some of Europe's highest cliffs. I mean, just like unbelievable how massive and sheer the mountain walls are. Now another thing about Romsdalen was the mountain waterfalls. It's home to some of the tallest waterfalls, not just in Norway, but in the world. The waterfall called Mongefossen is the 4th highest single drop waterfall in the world with a height of 773 meters. There's just waterfalls everywhere you look and a pristine river that runs through the whole valley. Now one reason I wanted to come here was to witness Trollveggen. It is the tallest vertical rock face in all of Europe with a height of 1,700 meters.
Really?
Now, one of the best places to view Trollveggen is from Litlefella or Little Mountain. Now to get there you take a toll road that costs about $10 and it's a fairly easy hike that takes about 20 minutes. Now when you're up top you'll be facing the daunting Trollveggen mountain across the valley.
Okay, so I have a question, Miss Fear of Heights over here. Could you even stand there and look?
I could, as long as I'm not right at the edge.
I don't know if I could. This is crazy. How expensive is it to live in Norway? Legitimate question. Like that, I can't remember, I can't try to pronounce that. The one place he was showing that like the serpenty water with all those beautiful little homes there. Like, I bet those are really expensive because that is so beautiful. And then how far a drive are you from like grocery stores and things like that? Because I would be really interested to know that. Because I don't see any in the immediate screen there, but I don't know. Please, again, no knowledge. We're trying to learn. So
I had no idea there were so many waterfalls in Norway.
I had no idea any of this existed in some of this on planet Earth. And I'm not just saying that. I thought
it was just in movies, you know, just like made up places.
CGI stuff.
Obviously it's not.
I mean, I've seen
Norway has the secrets.
Right. I've seen some beautiful places on our planet, you know, in our own country. And I'm not saying that there aren't still other beautiful places, but this right now is just completely breathtaking and just absolutely blowing my mind.
Top, you'll be facing the daunting Trollveggen mountain across the valley. When I was there, it was pretty cloudy, but I still got a good look at it. Now, aside from Trollveggen, there's so many amazing views from the top, such as the Romsdalshorn Peak, which is one of the most uniquely shaped mountains I've ever seen. You also get great views of the winding river and valley below. I mean, this place is just freaking amazing. If you come up for sunrise, you'll get a great view of Trollveggen as the sun hits the cliffs. Overall, one of my favorite places I visited in Norway. While we're still on the topic of trolls, we'll go take a drive on the Troll's Path or Trollstigen.
I don't know about driving that.
Located just 20 minutes from Trollveggen, this is possibly the most famous road in all of Norway. It has 11 hairpin turns as it scales up the mountain with a 10% incline. It was first opened in 1936 after taking 8 years to build. I thought driving on it would be a little sketchy, but it wasn't too bad except when you're passing a bus or two. And one thing I love about Trollstigen is its waterfalls. There are 2 of them. My favorites was Stigfossen. It's 320 meters high and it has this arch bridge that passes over it. Now on top of Trollstigen, there's this really cool visitor center and a lookout point. It's just like a short 5-minute walk and you'll be able to get panoramic views of the road and all its turns. It was really cloudy when I was there, but that just added to the magic of the location. Norway sure knows how to make good roads. Now, another one of Norway's most famous drives is the Atlantic Ocean Road. Now, the 8.3-kilometer road runs over an archipelago of islands. The Atlantic Ocean Road was completed in 1989. It's made up of 8 bridges and 4 resting places and viewpoints. The route is an impressive feat in engineering, and it won the Norwegian Construction of the Century Award. So if you decide to do a Norway road trip, you have to take a drive on this scenic road. Afterwards, we're going to head down to southern Norway to Lysebotn and ride down another Norwegian road. Now, Lysebotn is this small village that's about a 3-hour drive from Stavanger. Now, what I think is so scenic about Lysebotn is the road that leads down to it. Now, when I first saw pictures of it, I just couldn't believe it. It consists of 27 hairpin turns that descend down the fjord to the village below. When you're at the bottom, you'll be amazed by the surrounding walls of the fjord. Now, after we're going to head over to the nearby Pulpit Rock, located in...
Just take a moment.
Yeah.
That road.
That was.
Would you drive that road?
Sure, I would. I might go super slow, but I'll drive it.
I ain't going with you. I want to go with a local.
The local. They'll go much faster.
I don't care. They know what they're doing. They've driven it before. You have not. At first, I'm sitting there like, why do they just make it straight? Then I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you might not want me driving because I'll be like trying to look around still. Checking in.
I think nobody might want you driving if you're going to be looking around. Well, you shouldn't be. 27 hairpin turns.
Hang on, we need to stop here.
Here's Debbie.
I need to look around.
Oh, shoot, we're dead. No. This is just getting better and better, and I just didn't think it was possible.
Oh,
it's taking my breath away. Wow.
In the same fjord as Lisebaden, Pulpit Rock is a famous flat-top cliff with a straight drop of over 600 meters. To get there, you can park in the base camp and make a 6-kilometer hike. The rock can get super packed, so if you want to avoid the crowds, wake up early and get to the rock to enjoy the sunrise. Now after, we're going to do another hike to the iconic Trolltunga. Now located about a 6-hour drive from Oslo, Trolltunga is possibly the most famous rock formation in Norway, as it shoots out over 2,000 feet from the lake below.
Really?
Trolltunga is definitely one of the hardest hikes you'll ever do.
I'm not doing that,
sorry. It's a 28-kilometer round-trip trek that takes anywhere from 8 to 12 hours to do.
Oh, yeah.
While it is extremely strenuous, it's hard to beat the views.
20 years ago, maybe.
Afterwards, we're going to visit some of Norway's most beautiful cities, starting with Bergen. Located on Norway's southwest coast, surrounded by fjords, Bergen is one of Norway's most charming cities. Bergen was founded back in 1070 thanks to its maritime trade domination. Bergen was the largest city in Norway until the 1830s. Today, it's famous for its colorful wooden houses on the old wharf. You can hike the Fløyen mountain to get some amazing panoramic views of the city. After Bergen, we're going to visit Ålesund. Now located about a 7-hour drive from Bergen, Ålesund is one of Norway's most prominent fishing towns, built on a uniquely shaped archipelago. Similar to Bergen, it's home to beautifully colored buildings perched right against the ocean.
It's incredible.
To get one of the best views in the city, you can go up to the Byrampen viewpoint or Mount Askell lookouts. Both will give you incredible panoramic views of the fjord and archipelago. If you go to Ålesund during the winter months,
so on our bucket list to see the Northern Lights.
Oh, definitely.
So on the bucket list. And
yes. And now we know we can go to Norway to look at them there.
You guys have reindeer there? I feel like you do. Just curious. This is so pretty at night too, and I was really glad he's showing us the city. I was hoping he would do that too. Lillehammer. Did I say that right? I forgot about. I've seen Lillehammer because we had the Olympics there, in the 90s. Right? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
The Winter Olympics, but I forgot about that. But I remember seeing less of the city so much as like the actual, Olympics themselves. But I don't know if I pronounced it right. I mean, that's how we pronounced it in America at the time. It doesn't mean it was right. True. So hence I'm asking. But the lights are so pretty. Not just the Northern Lights, but the lights of the cityscape. It's just insane. Yes.
You might be lucky and witness the stunning Aurora Borealis as it dances across the Norwegian sky. After, we're going to visit Norway's capital.
Oh, we are going to see Oslo.
Located on Norway's southern coast, Oslo was founded at the end of the Viking Age during the 11th century. Today, Oslo is one of Europe's fastest growing cities. I love all the modern buildings and museums throughout the city. The Oslo Opera House is an impressive piece of architecture that resembles an iceberg. It was completed in 2007 and features slanted marble and granite that slide down to the water. After Oslo, we're going to head up to northern Norway to visit Tromsø. Now, when you look at Tromsø on a map, it's wild to see how high up it is. It's the northernmost city in the world with a population over 20,000 people.
Really?
Tromsø and the area around it is one of the best places in the world to witness the Northern Lights. Now, from Tromsø, there's a lot of cool places you can visit. You can go to the Lyngen Alps, which are about an hour and a half away, and hike to the crystal clear Blavatnet Lake. Now, one interesting place in northern Norway is Nordkapp, or the North Cape. It's the northernmost point in continental Europe and stands upon a 370-meter cliff that dives into the sea. Now, to get there, you can make the 9-hour drive from Tromsø, or you could also fly into Honningsvåg or the Alta airports. It's a journey to get there, but it sure is worth it. After, we're going to cross the Barents Sea to visit the world's northernmost inhabited area, Svalbard. Located right between the North Pole and Norway lies this Arctic archipelago. Now, the capital of Svalbard is this town called Longyearbyen, which has a population of 2,000 people. Now,
that town looks super cool. I loved all the red on the buildings. That was really neat. And I love all the snow, although it's making me cold.
I was just thinking the same thing. I don't know anything about the climate of Norway. Maybe we wait and do a video and find that stuff out.
Yeah.
Or you could tell us. I'm impatient.
Or we could do both. You could tell us and then we can do a video.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I'm looking and I'm seeing a lot of the snowy areas and stuff, but is it ever really hot? And how hot?
Now, what's cool about Svalbard is that it's a visa-free zone, so basically anyone can move and work there. The biggest danger on Svalbard is the Arctic cold and polar bears. In some places, you're required to bring a gun to protect yourself from them, so that's pretty wild.
Oh,
now, after, we're going to head back to mainland Norway to visit the iconic Lofoten Islands. Now, Lofoten is located in northern Norway, and even though it is in the Arctic Circle, it feels like you're on a tropical island.
What?
I was lucky enough to go there a few summers ago and just had an incredible journey.
I wonder where that was.
Through the islands. Our first pit stop was at this little fishing village called Henningsvær. Henningsvær is home to the world's most scenic soccer field.
Yeah,
when we got there, we sadly didn't have a ball, but we had a good time playing on the field and enjoying the incredible views of Henningsvær. We kept driving and made it to the iconic town of Rhine. Now, when you think of Norway, this is it. It has those red houses surrounded by massive sea mountains. I'd have to say this is the most beautiful town in Lofoten. Now, when I was planning my road trip to Norway, I remember just seeing pictures of this place and I couldn't believe it existed.
Yeah.
If you want to do an amazing hike, I recommend hiking to Kvalika Beach. It's about a 4-kilometer round trip trek and I promise it's worth it. When you get to the beach, you're going to be amazed by the landscape. It has mountains that remind me of Switzerland, an ocean that looks like the Caribbean, and it's green as a tropical island.
Exactly.
I just can't believe places like this exist, especially in the Arctic Circle.
Right?
Now, afterwards, we're going to head to South Strømmen to witness one of the world's largest whirlpools. Now, located about a 3-hour ferry ride from the Lofoten Islands, South Strømmen is a natural wonder with over 110 billion gallons of water passing through the strait every 6 hours, making it one of the strongest currents in the world.
I'm sorry, I just didn't think water was actually that blue.
I know, right?
No, unless it was color.
One of the coolest features of South Strømmen is the whirlpools that the changing tides make. While they aren't whirlpools that you'd imagine from movies, these whirlpools can get over 33 feet in diameter with a depth of 16 feet when the current is at its strongest. You can take a boat ride through the current, or you can witness the whirlpools from the ridge above. For our final destination, we're going to visit the magical island of Senja. Senja is located above the Arctic Circle and is Norway's second largest island. The reason I wanted to go to Senja was I wanted to hike to the sea mountain called Segla. So I drove to this town called Fjordard and got to the base of the hike, eventually made it to the top and was just baffled by the views. The rock formation rose hundreds of meters out of the ocean. I was just having the time of my life and I decided I wanted to spend the night on top of the mountain so I could see the northern lights. All I had was a blanket and I used my camera bag as a pillow. I set up camp on a mossy cliff ledge and waited for the northern lights to show up. Around 11 p.m. I awoke to the aurora borealis above my head. I mean, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They moved surprisingly fast, like snakes in the Arctic sky. Now, seeing the lights made me feel like a kid again and will forever be one of the most special nights of my life. Sometimes you don't need to fall asleep to start dreaming. Well, that is it for my Norway Top 25.
It's over and I just feel like I have been like shaken and taken into a different dimension and shown something that I should have seen a long time ago. But so thankful I did just witness, and I have so many questions, Norway.
So amazing. I mean, I want more. I want to see more. I want to know more.
Yeah. I want to go there.
Amazing.
We're going to retire, and we're going to just travel all of Europe. I mean, we are. We know we're going to.
I sure hope so.
Was absolutely above my expectations. This was so beautiful. So incredible, so mind-blowing, so just everything you could ever want in any place to visit. I mean, so much here. And again, that's just 25 places from one person's opinion, one list, just seeing some stuff. I love everything we saw. There was nothing here I didn't like, except for some of the heights of things, because I'm not really into that too much. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't hike 8 to 10, 12 hours to go someplace. I'm just not that person. But the water, the glacier lakes, that's like my obsession in this world.
Stunning.
Absolutely.
The mountains, the clouds, everything that we saw. I love seeing some of the different architecture.
Yeah, agreed.
That was around, and I can't wait to see more in the cities and learn more about that.
I agree. It was beautiful. I just so thankful that we started this. Well, hopefully we'll do another episode, like I said. We'll see how this goes. We hope that we get some Norwegian friends to join us and teach us, help us learn. We've always said that through the 2 years we've been on YouTube doing these videos, we've learned more from people in the comments of our YouTube videos, on our Facebook page, on our Patreon, than we have any of the videos we watched. Because we get to actually talk to the people that actually live in these places and tell us, okay, here's this. And that's the best part of what we do on here.
That's right. Getting to hear it from, one-on-one. People like you, yourselves, leaving us a comment and telling us what we should look at or what is interesting to you.
Yeah. Absolutely. And if you like this, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. We really hope that this, again, like I said at the beginning, hope this is the beginning of an incredible friendship. Believe me, the honor will be all ours.
Absolutely.
But we'd love to learn more about Norway, learn about the culture, learn about as much as we can.
The food, everything there is.
Yeah, absolutely. What an incredible first impression we've received here. And hopefully we gave you one too. A little late now. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you and hope that you enjoyed this. If you did half as much as we did, you loved this video. You loved this a lot. We can't wait to see more. We'll be back on Friday with more UK content. So until then, we'll see you. Please love like Jazz.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Bye, guys.
Bye.